Alright, welcome back. We are still in Subnautica, and we are finally in the Aurora and getting a chance to come here and explore. And one of the things I really want to do is I want to scan all the things that I can and get all the lore that I can. So PDAs, scanning, this is... Ooh, I got a new blueprint too. I'm going to collect all the things.
Integrating new PDA data.
Yes, she's all excited. I get the exciting and the very satisfying boom when all of that happens. So during last video, we were talking about chronic activation of the sympathetic nervous system and the stress that it was likely causing. And right now I'm just getting the lay of the land and deciding where it is I'm going to use my fire extinguisher. Because I have already used up one of them, and I only have one left. So I want to be very careful with that. I don't have a cutter, so I can't do anything that requires access to a cutter. I can hug this wall here, it looks like. And there is worthwhile stuff over there. Oh, and I can go down here. This is a... I'm glad I turned on my flashlight. This is just a way I can go. So, we were talking about that chronic sympathetic nervous system activation, also known as general adaptation syndrome. So, general adaptation syndrome is the name of what you would call what happens when... Oh, I can't get through there. The name of what you would call what happens when you have chronic activation of the sympathetic nervous system. I feel like I'm going to get a tool that's going to let me get through there. Because I doubt that I can... I do parkour! Nope. I can't get through there just yet. And so, I mentioned last time... Red Fighter, you said I can crouch? How do I crouch? I don't think I can crouch. I don't think crouching is a thing. So I have two places that I'm going to use my... See, this doesn't seem like it's leading to anything. That's where I came from. I have two places where I'm going to use my remaining firefighting skills. One of them is over here. This looks like a door I can go through. Oh wait, this one, despite saying 1%, I can't use. So let's switch to the full fire extinguisher. And I left the 1% one. Let's try this again. Full fire extinguisher. And where's my scanner? There we go. Oops, walk too fast. Gotta be careful when you're extinguishing fire not to walk into the fire before it is out. Oop! Like that. I got too excited and walked through the flames. Let's do something about that. Ooh, disinfected water. That's yummier water. That's good, because I need to drink some of that. Hopefully I find more water while I'm here. I have all of these things that I can build in a base. At some point I'm going to build me a base.
New blueprint acquired.
What was just flashing over here? Oh, I got batteries. I'm going to need those batteries for this. What's this down here? So, general adaptation syndrome, that's that stress response. A trash can that we were talking about. And then I mentioned, or the tank brought up PTSD, because we were talking about the psychological effects of having that chronic level of activation. And it turns out that the two are not identical. That download data.
Integrating new PDA data.
Awesome. That the two are not identical.
Integrating new PDA data.
Instead, you have Oh my gosh, look at all this cool stuff. Oh my gosh, I can get a poster. I can decorate. Is there anything interesting behind there? I don't think I have any reason to put this fire out. So we're not gonna. But the tank did not ask about PTSD. Oh, who mentioned PTSD? Oh, the tank, you put PT and then there was a comma and then D. I don't know what you were trying to say then. But I thought that that was a typo and that you meant PTSD. So now that's what I'm going to be talking about, because that's what I thought you were talking about, and I've just decided that that's what I'm going to talk about. But I misunderstood what you were saying, so that's actually an interesting misunderstanding, and part of it probably was because there is a relationship, of course, between a response to chronic trauma and chronic PTSD. Can I? Oh, can I not get over any further? I can't walk over. Oh, yes I can! I can by accident. I just can't put this. Oh, shoot. Did I really just accidentally set myself on fire? All that stuff I had! Is all that stuff I had gonna be right there? Oh my gosh! I set myself on fire. By mistake. Well, that's dead. Let's put this in here. Oh, I kept my prawn suit poster, though. That's interesting. Did I keep all the new blueprints that I had? Advanced wiring kit. What other new blueprints did I just get? Propulsion cannon, wiring kit, battery, and titanium moves things out of the way. Okay, yes, let's do this. What do I need? First of all, do I have a wiring kit? I do not. What do I need for a wiring kit? Yes, never mess with fire. Thank you, baby bear.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting.
Oh, and I get to keep the... Oh, I have 40 minutes until... So see, the sunbeam is going to show up in 40 minutes, and it has not been 11 years worth of things going... The sunlight going up and down. So we were talking about last time. Oh, I only have 1 silver ore. I need 2 silver ore. Am I going to go on a hunt for silver this time? Just making sure I don't have it hiding someplace else. Before we go back there... I need to do less dying. Today is a 2-death day. This is no good. So yeah, the tank, I see that you may have accidentally typed something. You did accidentally type something, or potentially accidentally type something relevant. So it made sense in context, so I simply thought that that's what you were saying. It's going to require 1 titanium, so I might as well bring a titanium up while I'm at it. And put all this stuff up here. So frustrated. Oh. The other fire extinguisher is gone too. Oh man. Okay. You know what we're gonna do while we're waiting for that other ship to show up? We are going to build us some habitat. That's what we're gonna do while we wait for that other ship to show up. Let's build some habitat. So, we want to start off with the most basic of basics, right? To build ourselves a habitat, we're going to need lots of lockers, and that is quartz and titanium. We're not done getting the stuff that we need for... Actually, just titanium. We are going to need some way to get power. How can we get power? Solar panels. Quartz, titanium, and copper. If we're going to use solar panels, we need to be someplace that we can get sunshine. So quartz, titanium, copper. Bring some quartz with us. Let's get some titanium and some copper. Alright. So. Titanium. Gonna need a lot of this because we're building house today. So, at the end of last video, we were talking about, or I was talking about PTSD because I mistakenly thought that that's what the tank was asking about. And quartz and copper. Alright. And I need solar power, so I need to be pretty high up. So why don't we start building here-ish? I've never built a base before, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go. But again, I need solar power, but I want to be able to expand it. As well. So I don't want it to be just on that ridge and unexpandable. Maybe right in here, and we'll have a series of tunnels if we have to. So let's see how we use this toy. I want to build a thing. No? Let's go down here and say, okay, I want to build a room. I want to build base attached air pump. No. Base walls. Base rooms. There we go. I don't know how to make base rooms. Oh, wait. Maybe I can't build a base yet.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. I don't think I know how to make any of the rooms of a base. Oh, this is going to be so silly if I don't. If I can't make a base. I can make foundations, I can make compartments. I can do all of that. I can make windows and hatches and solar panels and air pumps. But I don't know how to make rooms yet. And I suspect that at its core, I need to make a room first. Like it seems like a room would be the first thing I need to make. Okay, so we're not making a base right now. Fine, fine, fine. Not making a base. Gonna gather some fish since they're here. Where's my house? Okay, let's put everything away because clearly we are not making a base today. Not until we learn a little bit more about making rooms. Is this the one I emptied? Yeah. Putting this all back. Let's get some noms. Nom nom nom. And actually, I need to bring a couple couple of these to cook them and actually nom them.
Oxygen.
So, lockers it is for a little while longer, as we cannot make a base just yet. Change of plans. We are instead going to go in search of silver. Plan change. We find silver in the place where there are hallucinogenic fish, which I have been told are called mesmers. The mesmers are not my friends, but apparently they won't insta-kill me, which is an interesting thing to know. They have to take a few bites out before I die. I still don't think I want to meet one. Oh, I forgot to cook my food. I need to go eat. Oh, see, yep, and the tank went to go get some more coffee, and I need to get my character some more food. I'm being impatient. Whee! Nom noms. There we go. Now we will go find silver. In the place where the mesmers live. Which is this way? Yes, no? You know what? Let's go towards the Sunbeam landing site. That seems like a good way to go. Seems like the way they want me to go. Did I bring food and water with me? I did not. If I'm gonna go hang out someplace, I should bring food and water. So I'm not gonna go all the way there just yet. Wonder if I can find some salt. And some silver. Really close to my house. Was that just the silver I needed? It was the silver I needed. Excellent. I wonder if I failed to listen to that radio broadcast, if I would just miss this whole thing. I wonder if that's possible. I don't want to miss this whole thing, though. I get the sense that it's something pretty interesting. And I'd like to see it from that location. There we go, salt. A little bit more salt if I can. I'd like to see it from that location because I am curious, and because we're going to see yet again my character in the game respond pretty calmly because of that general adaptation syndrome we talked about. The fact that although these are distressing situations, there comes a time sometimes where you've experienced so much stress and distress that instead of the sympathetic nervous system leading to activation and that sort of stress, instead what you see is nope, being out of there. Instead, what you see is this sense of exhaustion. You go beyond the activation because your body simply can't take that long of an extended, or that extended of a period of time of sympathetic activation. It's not designed to do so. Now that being said, there are things that can be done to allow individuals, or that make it such that people can go through chronic life stressors and survive and thrive, right? And so it's not the case that it's automatic that there's going to be some sort of psychological disorder or psychopathology or PTSD as a result of going through these sorts of chronic stressors, either whether it is a PTSD-like stressor, one of those unique events or distinct events that happens in a shorter period of time. Where am I going? Where's my pod? There's my pod. Dude, where's my car? Or if it is one of the more chronic stressors like what our character in this game is experiencing. Neither one is actually a guarantee of experiencing psychopathology. We are remarkably resilient creatures. And I think that we don't really give ourselves credit for exactly how resilient we are when we think about our own potential survival in these situations. And so I think that we need to keep that in mind, that we are more resilient than we think we are as individuals, but also as a species. Something like 95% of people have experienced a trauma that would be considered a PTSD level trauma, right? The sort of trauma that could cause PTSD. Warps gravity to pull and push objects around. Okay. So you have experienced the sort of trauma that could cause PTSD. About 95% of people had, but only about for blanking on the percentage, I think it's something like 13% of individuals ever go on to develop PTSD. What's up, Papa Bear? Okay. So we are remarkably resilient. So I think that that's an important thing to keep in mind, is that resiliency is the rule, not the exception to the rule. You know what? Let's bring one of these with me. I think I want to have this. Put everything else away. Do I need to bring the propulsion cannon with me? Let's ponder that for a sec. Full. And I think a lot of the time we, both in terms of scientific researchers, but also just humans in general, we find ourselves focusing on the bad things that happen, right? It's easy to focus on the bad, and that makes sense, right? Survival. It makes sense for survival that we might have that focus on the bad. What was that? I forgot I had that. Put that in the noms. So it makes sense that we would have that focus, because we would need to focus on the things that are dangerous to us in order to continue to survive. But it's important that we also focus on the ways in which we are resilient and the things that make us able to survive and survive well. And I think that's an aspect that we often overlook, and that perhaps answers the question why our character in this game isn't freaking out as much, isn't having as difficult a time as we would expect them to. Even still, though, I think in this type of situation we may expect a bit more of a difficult time than we're seeing. So I do think that it would be reasonable to expect a greater difficulty than is being portrayed in this game. But I think maybe that's not the story they're trying to tell, right? They're telling a story of heroism and of discovery, and not necessarily a story of what is happening internally and what psychologically is going on when we are trying to survive on this planet. Alright. There we go. Now, we're going to actually be prepared this time. We have some food, we have some water. We have our scanner. I don't think we need the repair tool. I can leave that behind. And I am not going someplace that requires my radiation helmet. So I'm going to swap that for the rebreather. Get more oxygen use. And be able to breathe more underwater. And now let's go over. Let's find that beacon. Where'd it go? Let's turn it a different color. Uh-oh. Life pod, carrying crew reported, stranded near cave. Oh, this is only showing me the life pods. Where is... Which way was I looking? There it is. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Let's go to that landing site. And see what we can see along the way. See if there's anything fun. I think I've already visited this with my scanner. But what I really want is one more thing to scan that has... Or a few more things to scan that have room parts for my base. Ooh, see, like a counter. I haven't scanned a counter before.
New blueprint acquired.
I want room parts for my base so that maybe I can build. Whoa! That guy was real close to my face. What are you? Ooh, a gravity trap. I want that. I have the blueprint for that now.
New blueprint acquired.
Hooray! Okay, let's find where we were going. This is what happens, Jedi. You get distracted and now you can't find where you were going again. There it is. Say, I think that might be why our character does so well. Is that both because of human resiliency, but also because we are finding ourselves in a situation where we are just basically beyond the point of showing a stress response now. And sometimes that looks like thriving, that looks like we're doing well in stressful situations, but really it's more, we just haven't even gotten to the point where we can start to process what is happening emotionally yet, because we're still in that stressful situation.
Oxygen.
My rebreather only does so much, and then eventually you do need to come out and breathe. Now, there is a lot of discussion when we discuss PTSD as to whether or not those sorts of chronic stressors are considered for a diagnosis of PTSD. Is this salt? Yes, I like salt. Are considered when you consider a diagnosis of PTSD, and whether or not the criteria of traditional PTSD adequately covers the diagnostics of what happens when you experience chronic stressors in this way. With a lot of folks falling out on the side of no, probably not. Because of the effects, of the differential effects of having those chronic stressors and the continuous activation of the sympathetic nervous system when compared to having the more acute stressors, the ones that are more akin to having the Reaper in your face type stressors. Those are the sympathetic nervous system working in the way that it's supposed to, versus the chronic stressors, which have many more implications, not only for your overall psychological functioning, but also overall physiological health. It's not just the case that individuals with anxiety experience more psychological difficulties, but also more physical difficulties. You're more likely to see illness, and more difficulty. Silver ore, special something required to deal with that. Oh, well, I know where I'm going to find lots of silver once I have that something. But yeah, so you also see more physical illness in
Detecting
terms
massive
of...
energy signature in the region. Cannot identify it.
Okay.
Remember that materials you gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Shut your face! I found them! You're just saying that because I found diamond, aren't you? They're trying to steal my diamonds. Did you hear that? Capitalist punks. Trying to steal my diamonds. Things I can scan over here? Ooh, yes. Trees. So I guess they've chosen this as their landing site. I'm like right on top of it. Was that just a peeper on land? Do you see that peeper? Let's follow the land peeper. Where are you going, land peeper? Land peeper. Something wrong with you, land peeper.
Integrating
I'm
new
not going to
PTA
eat that
ether.
peeper. It is both glowing green and running around on land. Land peepers are dangerous. Let's see what else is around here. A building. Let's go look over there. Gonna knife you. Not very good at knifing things. What is this? I don't know. But it's green and it's glowing. And I can't do anything about it. Here's another glowing green thing. Okay, pay close attention to the time. We don't want to miss whatever's happening over there. But there's some cool stuff over here too. Insert purple tablet. I don't have a purple tablet. I wonder if it's around here somewhere. Ooh, it's brokey. Sorry guys, your purple tablet got broken. So, carbon-based device is lighter than it looks. Oops. Okay, but I don't have it. I would have to find a new one. Because this wants one. Okay. They're gonna land at night? I guess so. I guess that's what they're gonna do. Alright. I'm gonna do a little bit of swimming, but carefully. Because I don't want to meet terrible fish and my doom right before this is gonna happen. Whatever it is gonna happen. Now, I both have the expectation that this is going to be something terrible. I have the expectation this will be terrible for a variety of reasons. One has to do with I do remember vaguely what happens from having seen a previous gameplay. But also just, two, because of metagaming, right? I know how games work. But 3, I think my character would have a sense of foreboding on top of the hope that you would see in this sort of situation as well. In that they have crashed on the ship, or on this world. They have yet to find another living human, right? And they've been searching. They've been trying to find living humans, and they cannot find living humans. And every human that they've heard radio broadcasts from have been in trouble and potentially dead. And probably dead. Any of the ones that we've looked for have been dead. Murdered by things that we've encountered that are potentially... Hey, look, another flying... Oh, that's a bird. That one's a bird. I've scanned that bird before. That's not a flying fish. And have been murdered by things that we've had dangerous run-ins with, or at least things similar to what we've had dangerous run-ins with. And that would lead me to think that this is not the sort of planet where good things happen. And we often as well, when we find ourselves in stressful situations, when we then start to experience a potential positive emotion, sometimes that emotion isn't trusted, and you engage in cognitions that kind of say, okay, don't get too happy, don't feel too good about this. What was that? Run away from the hallucination. Again, I don't know what that was. That didn't look like my friend the Mesmer. So I'd previously met a thing that folks in... I don't remember if folks in our chat had identified it as a Mesmer, but folks in the Facebook comments on... I learned how to do YouTube Shorts, and folks in the Facebook comments identified it as a Mesmer. And I think there's another one. And I really want to go explore what that is, but I don't want to miss out on what's happening over here either. And so I'm going to curb my curiosity just a little bit and investigate it in a minute, because I really, really, really want to see firsthand what's about to happen here. And I don't want to risk getting dead. And I know that that means that I'm going to spend 9 minutes doing other things and just more generally exploring over here, but I think it's going to be worth it just for what I'm going to be able to see. So I've got these green. Maybe I'll be able to find a purple... Oh, I found a way up the mountain. Oh, no, maybe not. I cannot hop my way up this mountain. What about the time there, baby bear? Yes, there's 9 minutes left. Look, I found a purple tablet. Check out my purple tablet. And my person was very excited about finding a purple tablet. Did you notice that they held it in front of my face? I have found a new spot. The sun is rising. Oh, so they're not going to arrive at night. They did decide to land in the morning time. That's good. I have found this really cool space. Keep watching the time. There's 8 minutes left. But yeah, so sometimes when we have experienced a lot of stress and distress, when we have experienced a lot of negative emotion, when we start to experience positive emotion, we can find ourselves mistrusting that positive emotion and engaging in cognitions that almost almost negate some of that positive emotion. And this is actually, it has a name. It's called dampening, where we're saying things like, don't get too happy about this thing isn't going to last, or yeah, I know that it seems like we're about to be rescued, but we don't want to get our hopes up too high just in case. And those sorts of cognitions and those sorts of beliefs are often believed to be done in the service of protecting the self. And to some extent they are protective of the self, but to some extent they also can result in things like depression and increased stress and distress. So there's a balance to be had there in that regard. But I could see our character engaging in those sorts of cognitions right now if we were to try to predict what sorts of things our character is thinking and feeling. Oh, I didn't bring good batteries with me, so no more that, I suppose. I don't know why I was walking around with my light source on anyway, so I've been punished for being silly. But I'm excited that we have this purple tablet, that we'll be able to use it. I do have time to go over here. Let's get out our knife. That we'll be able to use it later. We have 6 minutes left. Gel sack. What can I do with the gel sack?
New blueprint acquired.
A new blueprint from the gel sack. What does the gel sack now let me do? Okay, my dude, leave me alone. It's not your gel sack, it's my gel sack! Mine. I don't want to hear the pitter-patter of your tiny feet anymore. Go. Let me look at my PDA in peace. What did the gel sack give us a new blueprint for? There we go. Not purple tablets, although we can, with iron cubes and diamonds, make purple tablets. Oh, how do we make this? Battery, copper, titanium. Oh, I can make grav traps pretty easily. I don't know what the gel sack opened up for me. I'm not seeing anything in here that looks like it would be directly related to a gel sack. So it said that I acquired a new blueprint as a result of the gel sack. Does it think I'm going to eat the gel sack? I really don't intend to eat the gel sack. Oh, there we go. Advanced Materials Aerogel. Requires rubies, though. Ooh, I need to get back over there. Let's work my way back over there. There's 4 minutes left. I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the island.
Fluid intake.
Yes, ma'am. We're not going to play that game again.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There. That is enough food and fluids to last me through the next 4 minutes. And I will be okay. And then I can explore this place some more. I wonder, is that beacon for the landing site going to go away once whatever is about to happen happens? Or will I be able to use that? I want to go in the water, but I don't want to meet whatever that hallucination was. So close to when we're going to see what we're going to see. That would not be fun. That would be, I've done a lot of walking around here and trying to find other things. I'm not going to try to kill my bird friends. I don't want to murder the bird friends. Plus, if they behave anything like seagulls, if you try to murder one bird friend, all of the other bird friends will come and try to get you as well. Because I mean, I don't think actually seagulls don't actually hunt in groups like that or behave in a social way like that, but it seems like they do because they all show up for food at the same time because they've detected food and they want to get some from you. What happens if I hit this? Did I take a sample of it? I did. So I have a sample of this. I can consume it for food and water. And if I plant it in the right place... Ow! What's hitting me? What was that? The tree hit me? I think the tree just got mad at me for eating it. We need to test this again for science. Let's see what happens. No. If I stand near a tree for too long, does it hit me then? Is that what happened? Yes, Baby Bear, thank you so much. The location is right here on the other side of this rock. So I am messing with trees right near the location at this point, trying to figure out what just hit me. And I think the tree was angry at me for hitting it. I'm gonna try it one more time. No, I'm not going to risk dying right before whatever is going to happen here, because there's only 47 seconds left. Whatever is going to happen here happens. So we're gonna resist the urge to do that because the landing site is right there. And we're gonna watch and see what happens. Oh, I'm hearing something. Things are happening. Can I see? Can I see the... I don't want to be right on top of the landing site, right? Because I want to be able to search for and find the ship. Okay, that thing is moving. Do you see this thing moving? Check that out. That is not seeming good. That is a place I tried to get into but couldn't.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there.
I held out for a while.
Atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site.
Well, I can't see you.
Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone.
Oh, there it is. There's the
Down.
ship.
10,
It's coming towards
9,
me.
8.
It's gonna save me. Right? My person is getting so excited, but also so
It's coming
freaked
from the
out
building?
because that building started moving.
Change course.
Right?
Set thrusters to full.
Oh. Yeah. I wonder if that's what happened to the Aurora. I bet you that's why the Aurora is exploded and dead. The same sort of thing, right? So now I'm gonna have to find all of them, too. There doesn't seem to be ship bits in the same way, but, well, so much for being saved. But look at all the bits. So there's a whole bunch of stuff falling off and sort of puttering out towards the water. And then there's this bird here, standing guard. But there isn't a giant chunk of ship the way there was for the Aurora. The Aurora did a much better job of surviving that than did that ship. But yeah, that was depressing. And that right there is the reason why people engage in dampening, because they look at stuff like that and they're like, well, see what happens when I don't? Is this building just going to stay right like this? Oh no, it's going back. Look, it's like a transformer. It's like... So, I'm going to go now. I have a purple tablet. I think I can get in there. What I don't have is a whole lot of water. We're going to check. Did the landing site keep its beacon? It doesn't. So I'm going to need to create one for this area, but I can put in a purple tablet. Boom. and go in here. Maybe there's food and drink in here.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing.
No match is found in database. Sorry, honey. I am infected. Okay, let's see what's in here. I'm impressed by the battery life of this scanner. You don't ever lose battery on this scanner, which is great. And yes, Red Fighter, that was a demon tree, and I don't know why the demon tree. I mean, to be fair, I sliced the tree, right? So, who's the demon? Me or the tree? Okay. I can't spend too long in here because I don't have water. I could eat the gel sack, but I don't want to. I don't have water and I don't have food. So I can't spend too long in here before I have to head home. I'm gonna pop a beacon down somewhere and head home. What is this? Download data from the terminal.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
You can do it, PDA lady. I trust you, AI. My artificial intelligence has not steered me wrong yet, right? Well, who knows? Who knows? She's trying to steal my diamond by pick up ion cube. Pretty. I love how it sort of bounces in front of my face. Like, this is an important thing that you just picked up. It did that with the purple tablet, too. Very sort of very in your face, pay attention to what you've just done here.
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
Oh, so the pattern may actually be meaningful? Well, it makes sense, right? If it wasn't meaningful, you wouldn't do it all over the place. Okay, so I can go down. Actually, down seems to be the only way. So there's so far has only been really one way to go through this entire place, which is nice because then I'm less likely to get lost. And I say that, and now I have choices. Oh no, that's not really a choice. But I am hearing music. Papa Bear Psych, are you hearing music, or is the music in my game? Okay, the music is in my head. Excellent.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
She wants me to jump? Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that, but I did it. And here I go. I didn't actually mean to jump, I was just trying to look a little bit more over the edge. But apparently, I'm jumping. Force field control. And apparently, jumping into green glowing stuff is not insta-death. Oh look, there's water. It's not water I can drink, though, and I'm going to die soon if I don't find something I can drink. That's okay. I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Jedi, you're not going to die of thirst again. She's in here, right? My character is in there, and I'm going to give my character a female gender because I say so. And she's in here wandering around trying to figure out, why did you just murder my only way off this planet? What have you done? And all I've got is this alien space station. Right? But at the same time, I don't think she was terribly surprised at what happened. Because of what I mentioned before. A rifle. Is that a blueprint or is that just data? Data. Didn't think that this was a gunner game. Okay, there's something over here, but I haven't finished looking around this room yet. And I don't want to forget to... Have I scanned one of these? I haven't. probably should do that. Okay, so I can go up and I can go over. Before I go up, let's try going over. Let's see what's over this way. So as we're walking through, right, just trying to figure out... Well, I found a Stargate. Alien Arch. Yes, Stargate. Scan the Stargate. It is not an active Stargate. Can I activate it? Can I turn it on? How do I turn on the Stargate? Where is the DHD? That is what we are looking for now. Copyright infringement in this game. There's gotta be a dial home device. Apparently, there is no dial home device on this side. So I have found a Stargate, and I can't use the Stargate. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Maybe that's how I get off the planet. If I go through the Stargate to get off the planet. Alright, and so now I'm going to go up, because this is the direction that I haven't gone before. And it looks like there are multiple directions. This way has this one. Ooh, another purple tablet, I think. Yes, so I'm stealing all your stuff, aliens, that you just left out here carelessly, trying to figure out where to go. And hoping that I don't die of thirst in the process, because now I've gotten myself thoroughly stuck in this place. The alien device responds to being scanned. Did you see that? It's almost like it knows that it's being scanned. Okay, I can go up this way. I can go up that way. I'm going to go up this way first. Wait, is there another alien device over here that I want to scan, though? No. Okay. What about over there? I don't see any alien devices over there, so let's just go this way. Oh, I bet you I'm going to need another purple tablet over here. I'm glad I picked that up.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Okay. And that's what I'm looking for, is the facility's control room. So, nothing else here. Let's put the tablet in there. Hey, facility. Let me leave your planet. I just want to go home. Click my heels 3 times like Dorothy. I just want to go home. Just exploring everywhere. If there's anything else I need to see here or gather. I've been picking up stuff all along the way, trying to figure out what else there is here. Right? And we would be looking back and forth, back and forth. This person is hyper vigilant at this point, looking for danger at every possible turn and really expecting to find it. Right? Not just looking for it, but expecting that they're going to find it. And probably a little bit uncomfortable by how quiet it has been, and by how little of anything has been found in here. This is a far more plain place than one would expect to be finding in this sort of heightened state, where you just watched an entire ship of people get destroyed. And, energy core. Let's scan that. Yeah, turn off. I hesitate just a little. Oh no. Hello. Hi. Ow! No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that to me. You punk.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Oh. Right. The infection.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection in your system is progressing. Detecting skin irritation and immune system response. Further data required to identify bacterial strain. Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Yes, good.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, now I have to find my way out of here, darling, and then I will go seek fluid intake, I promise. I'm going to eat some trees. Yep. Let's see if I can work my way out of here. Cut off just enough of those trees, the demon trees, to survive. You don't want to eat too much of those demon trees because they scare me. But they had water. And so I know that I can get at least a little bit of water while I work my way back. And I also want to drop a beacon here because, and I'm glad that I brought that, because otherwise I'm never going to be able to find my way back here because I am not very good at finding my way to things. I was lucky that there was only one way in and one way out of this place, because that has allowed me to just... Well, actually, no, there's another way here with the water, but we're not going to mess with the water right now. We're going to go back the way that we came. Where's the glowing green stuff? Will it let me go back up? Is this like an elevator? Please be an elevator. I want to go up now, please. Excellent, you're like an elevator. Okay. And so I can just follow this one path out, get some water from the trees, and be good to go. So now I have all these iron cubes and I don't really know what they do. I thought that maybe there'd be a place for me to put them with the Stargate, but there didn't seem to be a place for me to put them with the Stargate. So, not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with them. So I'm just going to take them home and build yet another storage locker. And save them for the time being, I suppose. See what happens after that. I don't remember which way is the way out. This way, perhaps? So I have to hope that I'm going to get out of this building in time to go slice a demon tree. That I'm going to be fast enough to do that. I seem to be making good time and be getting close to it. Yes, yes, I know. I know, but I couldn't resist looking through this building now. You don't understand the importance of curiosity. It is a human trait. It is a very human trait. I think I'm moving more slowly. Is that because I'm dehydrated? Or is that, am I just perceiving that I'm moving more slowly? Does it just seem that I'm moving more slowly? I definitely feel sluggish. Okay, get away from the demon trees after you've sliced them a bunch of times. And then eat them.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. I'm going to save one of those and bring it home. keep samples of things. Okay. Now, do we go and investigate that fish that made us freak out? What are you? Do you see that? It disappeared. It's a disappearing, reappearing fish. Where'd she go? Where'd it go? Oh, it's got like laser beams. It Hadoukened at me. Huh. Would you look at that? I wanna look at you again. Where are you? There was a red fish? And then there's the Hadouken fish. Where are you? I wanna see. I mean, maybe this isn't the smartest thing to do, right? Because that thing's gonna murder me, but... And it had a friend. But it was interesting. Be much more likely to fear death, right? If you were actually this character instead of just playing a game. You know what? I do not want to die and lose these iron cubes. Speaking about playing a game. So I guess that I should. What I should do is, can I put a beacon on land? I should drop a beacon. And say, okay. Beacon. End. Edit beacon name. Okay, so I can call this weapon. Because that's what's here. And I think that this is a good place to leave off. We've had a little bit of discussion of stress reactions. We have had a little bit of discussion of PTSD, although that wasn't what was being asked. I now have a beacon for this weapon place, and that can find me back here. And all I need to do now, I haven't drowned, or I haven't died from dehydration. So we're gonna stop here and close out the video. And as always, if you want to see more of me talking about psychology in video games, as I try not to get distracted by those same video games, you can subscribe to the channel or watch more videos on the right hand side. I'm going to continue in Subnautica because I am curious about it. So I'm sure I will find other things to talk about in terms of psychology in games, and you'll be able to watch that in a playlist there. Otherwise, there'll be other videos that you can watch where I try not to get too distracted by video games as I talk about psychology. So we'll point up at this building here, take a quick look at everything that's there. I wish I could make the HUD go away. Is that a thing? It's okay. So as I talk about psychology in video games and get angry at this building for having destroyed my friends, and we'll talk to you later.